and sufficiency. I am establishing generational wealth with purpose. I am becoming a financial pillar for others. I am strengthened to steward riches with excellence. I am empowered to handle overflow. I am connected to the resources needed for my vision. I am walking in financial boldness and clarity. I am stepping into expansion and new levels. I am creating wealth strategies rooted in wisdom. I am unlocking streams of income assigned to my destiny. I am receiving supernatural ideas for financial elevation. I am rising above every financial barrier. I am walking in divinely orchestrated opportunities. I am designed to prosper and impact nations. I am a magnet for profitable relationships. I am surrounded by wise financial counsel. I am operating with divine insight in all investments. I am favored in every financial decision. I am building wealth with discipline and grace. I am walking in financial freedom daily. I am aligned with abundance that accelerates my assignment. I am evolving into a master of financial stewardship. I am trusted with divine ideas that unlock prosperity. I am equipped to rise above economic pressure. I am empowered to break cycles of scarcity. I am expanding in income, influence, and impact. I am stepping into rooms where favor speaks for me. I am positioned for business breakthroughs. I am seeing financial miracles manifest in my life. I am connected to the right opportunities at the right time. I am chosen for wealth with purpose. I am protected from financial loss. I am stable, grounded, and secure in my finances. I am guided by divine wisdom in money matters. I am licensed by heaven to prosper. I am opening doors to wealth that will never close. I am rising into the kind of wealth that brings peace. I am stepping into abundance without fear. I am prosperous in all that I touch. I am unlocking the potential within me to create wealth. I am strengthened to complete every financial goal I start. I am breaking old money patterns and embracing new wisdom. I am anointed to increase and expand. I am becoming the wealthiest version of myself. I am prospering in my mind before I prosper in my hands. I am overflowing with creativity for financial growth. I am empowered to break financial ceilings. I am blessed with ideas that attract wealth. I am accelerating in prosperity. I am divinely positioned for inheritance. I am walking in financial ease and divine support. I am embracing a mindset of abundance daily. I am attracting money with the energy of faith. I am surrounded by people who uplift my financial journey. I am expanding into opportunities tailor-made for me. I am receiving divine speed in all financial endeavors. I am growing wealth that lasts beyond generations. I am becoming a testimony of divine prosperity. I am living a life where finances follow purpose. I am unlocking hidden treasures assigned to me. I am favored to succeed financially. I am stepping into wealthy places spiritually and physically. I am living a life where abundance is normal. I am more than equipped to earn, save, invest, and multiply money. I am disciplined in handling wealth. I am surrounded by divine provision. I am breaking the mindset that limits wealth. I am rising with supernatural financial intelligence. I am entering a season of overflow. I am positioned to receive abundance with grace. I am aligned with wealthy thoughts and wealthy results. I am consistent in the habits that create wealth. I am walking in wisdom that preserves money. I am increasing in financial confidence. I am favored for promotions and raises. I am attracting divine partnerships. I am a channel of financial blessings to others. I am walking in wealthy decisions. I am expanding my earning potential daily. I am protected from wrong financial moves. I am aligned with financial breakthroughs ordained for me. I am stepping into divine wealth acceleration. I am unlocking new levels of income. I am grateful for the abundance flowing to me. I am shifting from survival to overflow. I am equipped with wealth-building strategies. I am blessed with supernatural favor. I am stepping into financial miracles. I am overflowing with resources for my assignment. I am empowered to grow financially every day. I am living in the reality of abundance. I am embracing the lifestyle of financial success. I am seeing every debt replaced with abundance. I am rising above financial pressure with ease. I am securing wealth that enhances my purpose. I am surrounded by divine supply. I am chosen for prosperity that honors God. I am led into opportunities that multiply wealth. I am dominating financial spaces with wisdom. I am walking boldly into prosperity. I am ready for the financial elevation set before me. I am capable of handling great wealth. I am stepping into a higher financial reality. I am blessed with unstoppable momentum. I am surrounded by abundance at all times. I am progressing financially with divine help. I am favored to win financially. I am increasing my wealth mindset daily. I am aligned with divine prosperity. I am building a legacy of wealth. I am equipped to turn ideas into income. I am walking in divine financial confidence. I am prosperous in my thoughts and actions. I am attracting wealth-producing opportunities. I am blessed with financial increase. I am flourishing in every financial area. I am living in supernatural provision. I am advancing financially with speed. I am walking in divine financial timing. I am surrounded by open doors. I am stepping into wealthy places. I am moving from financial stress to financial rest. I am empowered to build wealth with joy. I am blessed in the work of my hands. I am equipped with supernatural money wisdom. I am positioned for divine compensation. I am rising into higher financial realms. I am going from glory to glory in my finances. I am receiving divine instructions for wealth. I am breaking financial delays. I am favored in all money matters. I am aligned with financial overflow. I am blessed with an abundance mentality. I am stepping into prosperity boldly. I am establishing wealth foundations. I am empowered for financial dominion. I am becoming financially unstoppable. I am walking into divine wealth transfers. I am activating prosperity with my words. I am stepping into God-ordained abundance. I am experiencing financial peace daily. I am honored with divine favor in my finances. I am strengthened to break every mental limitation about money. I am stepping into supernatural profit and expansion. I am aligned with ideas that create long-term wealth. I am receiving grace to manage abundance with excellence. I am living in the flow of divine financial direction. I am walking into opportunities that elevate my income. I am functioning in a renewed money mindset. I am becoming a vessel of abundance and generosity. I am positioned for financial restoration. I am operating with wisdom that secures wealth. I am releasing every thought that limits prosperity. I am empowered to make decisions that increase my value. I am prepared for open doors in business and career. I am surrounded by prosperity and clarity. I am stepping into wealthy environments by favor. I am functioning with supernatural insight for wealth creation. I am receiving divine downloads for financial elevation. I am blessed with consistent financial results. I am rooted in a mindset that attracts resources. I am emerging as a financial achiever. I am rising with boldness into wealthy places. I am connected to people who help me grow financially. I am positioned for divine financial opportunities. I am walking in financial discipline and self-control. I am becoming more profitable every day. I am blessed with clarity in my financial decisions. I am rising above every economic challenge. I am aligned with a future full of abundance. I am equipped with grace for financial success. I am tapping into the wisdom that builds wealth. I am walking boldly toward financial greatness. I am stepping into abundance with confidence. I am surrounded by an atmosphere of prosperity. I am chosen to manifest financial excellence. I am aligned with divine systems of increase. I am graced for wealth-producing ideas. I am expanding my financial influence daily. I am prospering in every season of life. I am crowned with financial favor and grace. I am stepping into a life of overflow and peace. I am empowered to steward wealth with humility. I am advancing quickly in my financial destiny. I am becoming a living example of prosperity. I am surrounded by abundance I did not see coming. I am accelerating in wealth-building habits. I am waking up daily with financial clarity. I am receiving strategies that multiply my resources. I am gifted with the creativity to create wealth. I am attracting opportunities that bring increase. I am prospering spiritually, mentally, and financially. I am entering a season where wealth flows easily. I am empowered to walk away from financial distractions. I am stepping into projects that produce abundance. I am aligned with mentors who increase my value. I am building wealth foundations that will last generations. I am attracting profitable ideas effortlessly. I am flourishing in the work assigned to me. I am hearing divine instructions that unlock prosperity. I am managing money with wisdom and excellence. I am rising above every financial attack. I am experiencing wealth without sorrow. I am positioned to receive financial miracles. I am financially empowered by divine wisdom. I am embracing prosperity without fear or guilt. I am operating from a position of abundance always. I am confident in my ability to multiply resources. I am prospering in everything my hands touch. I am celebrating daily financial victories. I am advancing into wealthy places with ease. I am surrounded by supernatural financial favor. I am making wise decisions that attract abundance. I am becoming a master of financial responsibility. I am rising with the mindset of a wealth creator. I am aligned with purpose-driven prosperity. I am walking into doors that accelerate success. I am maximizing every opportunity assigned to me. I am blessed with the courage to pursue big goals. I am seeing wealth flow to me in unexpected ways. I am empowered to break old financial cycles permanently. I am functioning at a new financial frequency. I am ready for divine wealth transfer. I am stepping boldly into opportunities made for me. I am attracting high-level connections and partnerships. I am managing abundance with maturity and discernment. I am expanding into new levels of financial authority. I am flourishing in my gifts, talents, and assignments. I am becoming financially wise beyond my years. I am positioned to receive provision before the need arises. I am excelling in all financial responsibilities. I am aligned with divine abundance every day. I am tapping into hidden financial opportunities. I am flourishing in every season of my financial journey. I am becoming unstoppable in my pursuit of prosperity. I am covered by divine favor that brings wealth. I am rising as a financial leader in my generation. I am empowered to build financial systems that last. I am embracing financial freedom as my daily reality. I am manifesting wealth that glorifies God. I am celebrating breakthrough after breakthrough. I am entering the wealth that was prepared for me. I am stepping into expansion without hesitation. I am surrounded by wisdom that guides my prosperity. I am flourishing beyond past limitations. I am connected to supernatural streams of increase. I am walking in divine creativity for wealth creation. I am developing habits that build lifelong abundance. I am advancing in financial confidence and excellence. I am activating prosperity with every word I speak. I am experiencing wealth with purpose and peace. I am rising above small thinking in my finances. I am stepping into abundance-led decision-making. I am flowing in grace that attracts resources. I am positioned to receive wealth from multiple directions. I am flourishing because I walk in divine wisdom. I am experiencing success that exceeds human understanding. I am empowered to conquer financial challenges. I am gifted with clarity in money matters. I am accelerating towards my financial destiny. I am breathing in abundance and exhaling scarcity. I am operating with the mind of prosperity. I am a magnet for divine opportunities. I am positioned for long-term financial success. I am blessed with the strength to build wealth intentionally. I am stepping confidently into abundance. I am walking in supernatural supply. I am breaking every ceiling over my financial life. I am receiving resources tailored for my assignment. I am honoring God with wealth-minded decisions. I am entering a new level of financial overflow. I am flourishing in faith, purpose, and finances. I am walking into new opportunities daily. I am becoming the wealthiest expression of who God created me to be. I am financially empowered by divine insight. I am opening doors to success with my declarations. I am grateful for the abundance around me. I am aligned with prosperity that transforms my life. I am stepping boldly into financial territories assigned to me. I am rising into unstoppable abundance. I am becoming a financial testimony to others. I am rising into new dimensions of wealth and influence. I am aligned with divine timing for financial breakthroughs. I am empowered with clarity to make profitable choices. I am stepping into portals of increase assigned to my destiny. I am walking confidently toward opportunities prepared for me. I am disciplined in habits that attract abundance. I am blessed with supernatural financial acceleration. I am surrounded by an atmosphere of increase. I am attracting wealth with intentionality and wisdom. I am moving into territories where favor multiplies my results. I am flourishing in every financial assignment God has given me. I am trusting the process that leads to prosperity. I am delivered from mindsets that hinder wealth. I am flourishing in ideas that create lasting success. I am becoming the answer to financial problems around me. I am walking into doors that were once closed. I am crowned with honor in business and finance. I am living in abundance beyond human calculation. I am expanding my vision to match divine provision. I am embracing the lifestyle of kingdom wealth. I am producing results that reflect divine favor. I am walking in financial ease that surprises others. I am breaking out of every small financial pattern. I am functioning in supernatural financial intelligence. I am thriving in environments where I once struggled. I am drawing in abundance with renewed strength. I am flowing in wealth-minded intuition. I am prospering as I gain new wisdom. I am attracting clients, contracts, and connections with favor. I am manifesting wealth through creativity and faith. I am embracing thoughts that elevate my income. I am operating in the realm of divine abundance. I am rising with boldness and authority in my finances. I am favored for financial elevation and honor. I am gifted with insights that lead to wealth multiplication. I am stepping into solutions that unlock financial increase. I am protected from losses that hinder progress. I am flourishing in all aspects of money management. I am empowered to build wealth that lasts. I am aligned with strategies that promote generational prosperity. I am stepping into financial expansion without hesitation. I am maximizing the divine opportunities presented to me. I am positioned to receive wealth from unexpected places. I am breaking limitations placed on my financial inheritance. I am living a life marked by stability and wealth. I am receiving supply before I ever run short. I am operating in the fullness of divine prosperity. I am becoming a vessel of abundance to the world. I am consistently increasing in financial wisdom. I am moving with grace and precision in every money matter. I am attracting abundance by the decisions I make daily. I am ready for divine financial overflow. I am expanding in ways that bring glory to God. I am accessing resources that were hidden. I am growing in influence that leads to prosperity. I am equipped to achieve excellence in every financial goal. I am stepping into arenas where wealth is created. I am evolving into a wise architect of wealth. I am shifting into high-impact financial realities. I am prospering beyond generational limitations. I am walking in divine assignments that produce abundance. I am stepping into partnerships that elevate my finances. I am increasing in strength to pursue wealth-building tasks. I am positioning myself for monumental breakthrough. I am blessed with favor that accelerates progress. I am operating in clarity that eliminates confusion. I am receiving direction that leads to financial excellence. I am functioning with boldness in all wealth pursuits. I am experiencing abundance that silences lack. I am moving forward with divine momentum. I am becoming a financial light to many. I am surrounded by an atmosphere where wealth grows. I am empowered to manage prosperity with joy. I am cultivating the character required for wealth. I am attracting resources that match my assignment. I am enlarging my vision to carry prosperity well. I am functioning at the level of kings and leaders. I am prospering with a heart of gratitude. I am stepping into generational blessings. I am connected to opportunities that establish my future. I am blessed with grace that elevates my finances. I am flowing in prosperity that sets me apart. I am developing strength for long-term financial success. I am expanding in knowledge that creates wealth. I am receiving wisdom that preserves riches. I am stepping boldly into abundance with confidence. I am unlocking new realms of productivity. I am prospering with divine backing. I am receiving ideas that will outlive me. I am attracting financial victories daily. I am rising with financial courage. I am stepping into wealth tailored for my destiny. I am empowered to multiply the resources given to me. I am flourishing in my divine financial calling. I am positioned for unstoppable prosperity. I am experiencing financial breakthroughs that make history. I am moving with confidence into financial success. I am empowered to speak wealth into existence. I am living in a reality shaped by prosperity. I am growing into a financial powerhouse. I am drenched in favor that brings abundance. I am establishing wealth foundations that stand firm. I am prospering in silence and manifesting loudly. I am aligning with breakthroughs that shift my financial story. I am receiving abundance that overtakes my needs. I am stepping into unexplainable financial favor. I am attracting money with peaceful intention. I am growing with the wisdom of a wealth builder. I am working in environments designed for prosperity. I am functioning in divine provision. I am stepping into unstoppable abundance. I am receiving blessings tailored for my purpose. I am unlocking wealth that reflects my divine identity. I am transforming into the most prosperous version of myself. I am prepared to receive overflow. I am rooted in divine prosperity consciousness. I am empowered to be a blessing to many nations. I am flourishing beyond human limitations. I am receiving favor before I request it. I am stepping into divine financial surprises. I am equipped with a wealthy mindset. I am living in supernatural increase. I am making progress that multiplies my income. I am growing in areas where abundance flows. I am aligned with opportunities that bring financial honor. I am operating at the highest level of financial intelligence. I am stepping into a realm where abundance flows continuously. I am divinely equipped for financial success. I am choosing thoughts that align with prosperity. I am flourishing in divine abundance daily. I am stepping into wealth that aligns with my purpose. I am functioning in a renewed financial identity. I am equipped for prosperity that impacts generations. I am attracting divine opportunities for financial elevation. I am walking in abundance that amplifies my assignment. I am releasing thoughts that align with overflow. I am prospering with intention and focus. I am positioned for long-term financial success. I am surrounded by grace that multiplies resources. I am walking into seasons filled with supernatural provision. I am operating with the mindset of a kingdom wealth carrier. I am stepping into clarity that guides my prosperity journey. I am flourishing in every financial venture I take on. I am aligned with mentors who sharpen my financial wisdom. I am elevating my income through consistent action. I am positioned to receive massive financial breakthroughs. I am building wealth that echoes into future generations. I am receiving ideas that create generational transformation. I am reflecting prosperity in every area of my life.
Hello, guys.
I am moving
Good
through
evening,
life with
good evening,
abundance-driven
good evening,
confidence.
good evening, good evening.
I am.
How many of us are ready today? It's quite nice to have us here. It's quite awesome to have us here. Please, if you're here live, please just say something on the comment section so we can know that you are here. All right. So let's get it started. 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 Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Let's get it started. Okay. Let's get it started. How many of us are ready? Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm good to go. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. We are glad to have you here, and it's quite awesome to be here with you today. So, today we'll talk about a couple of things that would change the way we do business, change the way we make sales, change the way we run things. Okay. Because personally, for me, I've had a lot of experiences where um, sorry for the brief interruption in the network. All right, so we are getting started right away. We are talking about how you can make sales without being old. And part of the things I would want you to learn so much on this call is how you can make so much money by making sales, and at the same time, there is no leaking pocket around your business. You know, there's another thing we don't get to talk about. Sometimes people make a statement that I've sold a product, I've sold goods, you've given it to someone, and it's awesome. But then, is the money in your hands? Is the money in your hands? That's another question you have to ask yourself. So the money has not entered your account, the money has not exchanged hands, but your product already has gone out. So how do you make that work out? So there are a couple of things I want to tell you about selling to customers and getting your money back. So there comes a time in my own business, for example, I had a couple of money outside than what was inside the business, and it was disturbing. All right, so you're checking your books, you're seeing that there are lots of money, but then you're checking your bank account. The money in the book does not correspond with the money you have in your bank account. So how do you marry these two? All right. So I've noticed something when it comes to relating with people. There's something that I have come to understand. In fact, I termed it the psychology of death. Okay. Psychology of debt, the way we call it. But actually, the right pronunciation is death. So the psychology of debt. One thing that happened is that people who are owing you, they always have money to pay you. But people who owe you, it's not because they don't have money to pay. It's simply because you are not a priority in their pay list or in their payback list. So they have so much money. Have you ever been in a situation where you have someone who is owing you money and the person is telling you about some expenses he has done, how he did this, and you're asking yourself, does this person still remember he's owing me? Okay, it simply means that you are not a priority in the person's list. So how do you now bring yourself up from that point to becoming a priority in the person's list so that your money will be paid? But that is medicine after death. So I'm here to tell you how you should not even be owed at all in doing your business. So there are a lot of things that happens with the psychology of debt. I want to tell you something. It's a story. While growing up, I think I was around either 11, 12, 13. So one day I heard my mom and dad, they were discussing about something, and shockingly, it was a neighbor in another compound, okay, that they were talking about. And for me, it was very bit disturbing. And this man he's a driver for a church van, okay. And the shocking news was that he lost his life. And I was asking, how did he lose his life? And the discussion was thus going on that he made a sale and he gave his goods out on credit and went to recover the money and was hit by a car. He was about to cross the main road. And that was the negative effect of selling your product on credit. That means you have to start chasing people around to pay you back the money with which you sold your product to them. And the risk of this is that sometimes we don't want to lose customers, so we would rather give them this product on credit because we believe that they will pay. But then, how can we put an end to all this nonsense on our sales? How do we put an end to all this nonsense? Okay, so I've showed you this story. I've told you a couple of things. Okay, and I also want to point to you that people don't have debt problem. It's a mindset problem. That mindset problem screams scarcity because they believe they don't have enough. They believe they still have other things they have to do with money. But meanwhile, when they were about to take that money from you, they didn't think about all of these things. And the moment the money has entered their hand, the friendship is ruined. A couple of other things start going wrong, okay, which ought not to be. So how do you make this happen? So the sales is not a problem of numbers. I'll tell you, it's a behavioral pattern. I will tell you this story. I know these two guys. All right, so they were quite close to me then. I think that was when I was in year 2 in the university. That was many years ago, up to more than 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Am I right? Maybe there about 15 years ago. Okay, so what happened was that this guy actually, because of some issues, asked the other guy, who I will call C. So asked C to lend him money. And because of the urgency of the issue, C lent him his school fees. And you know that policy in school that if you've not paid your school fees, you will not write exam. So exam period was approaching. The debtor who was owing C was not even moving, was not even shaking body, was not even perturbed or disturbed by any means that you're owing someone. Was very comfortable. This guy said, Baba, how far now? When you go give me this money? It's the money I lent you, okay? So, short story cut short, that money was not paid. He had to find other means to pay his school fees. He would have not written his exams if he didn't find another alternative. So I'm telling you that sometimes people who owe you, they don't pay you simply because they feel like, what will you do? Not because they don't have the money. Because this same guy, I know, money passed through his hand a couple of times, but he felt like, I want to prioritize my own need first before that. And many people who are also into buying and selling will bear with me. If you're in the market, they also believe sometimes they want to hold your money tight because they believe that this same money, if they give it to you, that same money would have done a turnover for them more than 5 times, 10 times, 15 times. So they hold tight your money and you need this money. You are dying for it. And then they are using your money to run business, turnovers of business, believing that when they make a profit equivalent to the debt that own you, that's when they will pay you. So these are a series of problems we will encounter in business simply because we are selling on credit. But today I want to tell you how you can solve this problem neat, clean, like clean, and you will make this money back. So I want to tell you something. There is something I've always used for me, because for people who are into service business, you must have experienced this a lot, and that is where the debt starts from. I'll first talk to people who are into service business, and I'll also talk to people who have products. So first, let's handle the service guys before we talk about the product guys. So for the services, this is what you experience. You know, that moment when you're trying to gain trust, like something happened 2 days ago, and this client has called me sometime last week and felt like, please, I have a son. I want my son to do this, do that, and let him come to the establishment and have a knowledge of this. All right. So without waste of time, I called the office and an invoice was issued. Okay. The invoice was quite, I don't know, depending on how you see it, was not that much, or probably was much, depending on how you earn. But long story cut short, the woman called me and started narrating a couple of things, saying, this is my only son, my only child, one is late, you know, those kind of stories and the rest. What did I do? Because I know that for someone who has been crying from the point of first payment, if you give that person a chance to pay in installments, he would also cry you into forgiving the last payment. I learned that early. So if someone starts complaining about price from the entry point, a person would also complain at the point of exit, and they will likely not pay. I've had an experience that made me lose up to 500K in a business. An organization actually came around. They said they needed this service. We wrote an invoice. We even drafted a contract that says this is the payment plan. And the last payment is usually made after the service is completed. But then there was no value we held on to make sure that that payment was completed. Do you know these guys, they finished the training, did a couple of other things they did, and that was the last amount of money, which was about 500K, that was supposed to be completed after the training, was not paid. Until today, nobody's talking about it. So what I'm telling you now, I'm telling you out of experiences, and I wouldn't want you to fall victim of these things. So that is why I'm here to tell you that you can make your sales without anybody owing you a dime. In fact, I want to teach you how you can make your sales and get 100% of your money up front. So regarding the woman I was talking about, what I did was that I said, I understand you're crying, this and that. So what I'll do is that I'll give you a discount, but you have to pay up front 100%. I have my reason for doing that. Along the line in this class, I'll tell you why I did that. So long story cut short, he made 100% payment and even had enough money to go and make another purchase somewhere that was almost about the same amount of money he paid for us to offer our services. So that tells you something. People have money, but they are looking for a reason to give it to you. They're looking for enough conviction to give it to you. If you don't convince them enough, they'll give you half shop and eat the other one. So have that psychology in your head. People have money. If you must deal with debt in business, always tell yourself, people have money. That is the first thing you need to settle in your head. People have money, no matter how much they cry. If it is very important to them, they'll bring out their money. Now, let me give you this exegesis. Let me use that grammar. So let's break down a couple of things, okay, so that we understand. When it comes to making sales so that people can pay you in advance, I'll use a service product and I'll tell you something. Have you ever seen someone who walked into ShopRite or a shopping mall and the person wanted to buy detergent, and he now takes the detergent and goes to the counter and tells the cashier, please, I will pay in 2 installments. Have you ever seen something like that happen? Of course, you wouldn't have seen something like that happen, okay? You wouldn't have seen something like that happen. People, when they see a lapses to take advantage of, they will take advantage of it. And this is how it happens. Let me tell you something. This is how it happens. People go into the shopping mall, they buy tissue, they don't plead for installment payments. But then why is it that when it comes to services, they want you to break it into installments They want you to pay half, and when you complete, you pay half. It's simply because probably they might be battling with trust, thinking that they don't trust you enough. So, but what can you do in essence? For me, what I did to actually solve that problem when it comes to services is this. I have learned to price my service like a product, because if you cannot go to the market and tell someone who sells tissue, that woman who sells crayfish, let me buy half and pay back later. If you cannot do it, I want to give you that same mindset and design my service as though it's a product. So what did I do? I brought this service. I did a 3-package level. This is package 1, this is package 2, and this is package 3. All right. So, and I'll list the things that are inside those packages. Okay. And I'll put a couple of things that are quite premium, and I'll tell you, you only get to access this premium if you are paying 100% now. And the most important things of that package would be inside the bonus, that if you pay 100%, you will get those bonuses. So you incentivize people to pay 100% upfront. All right. And you also give them a kind of guarantee that if this is not done, you are entitled to 100% refund as well. But they don't have to hold your money down because of that. So learn to design your services as a product. So do a 3-step design of product categories or service categories. And once they make a choice, they have to pay all in advance. Now, another example is this for people who are in service, because you might be thinking that is very difficult for you to handle. Another thing you might do is this. I do that a lot. When I'm about sending an invoice, what do? I ask myself, what is the exact cost it will take me? What is the exact cost it will take me to get this done? All right. If, for example, I'm offering you a product or a service that will cost me, the cost price is 100,000 naira, for example, 100,000. And the profit I want to make in that business is another 100,000 naira. So it simply means that the service or the invoice I'm giving you is 200,000. But then what will I do? I use this formula: cost plus 100% cost plus 50% profit. I'll make sure that, or 70% profit will be an upfront payment. Now, somebody else might say something. If when I look at how you entered the funnel, when I say funnel now, I mean how you met me and probably the things you said, how you complained about prices and a couple of that, I will know, is this person quite a very price sensitive person? If the answer is yes, the next question is that, is this person likely to pay after I deliver this service? If the answer is no, what I do is that I do whatever cost it is, my 100,000 of costs, my 100,000 of profits I want to make, I'll do another markup of 100,000 in that invoice, which is another total of 300,000. And then I'll give you 70% upfront payment. So in your head, as a customer, you are paying 70%, thinking you still have my 30% at hand. I don't know if this made sense to anybody. If you understand what I'm trying to say, just go to the comment section and put it down. So I'm putting up 100% on my cost. I'm putting up 100% on my profit. And I'm also marking up another 50%, or another 100%, total of 300,000 will be the total cost of offering that service. So it simply means that my profit is 2x. And I'm telling you, okay, if we must offer this, what we have to do is this: we would give you 70% upfront payment. So in your head, you're paying 70%, thinking you have our 30%. So what I'm doing is that even if at the end of the day you end up not paying that 30%, no problem, we are fine, we are good to go, because in our own head, you've paid 100% of our cost and profit plus additional payments. And that is it. So another thing I have to tell you is this. All right. When the principle I just told you, and I call it the invoice cost profit markup. The English might seem so much, but that's what I call it, to be able to maintain a couple of things. All right. So now let me talk to businesses. Please, if you're in a business, come close. I want to give you some secrets you would forever be thankful for. All right. So one thing is this about businesses is this. You know why people think they will buy something from you and not pay you? It's because you made them believe that they are buying from you, not from your business. These are two different things I want to talk about now. When you make people believe they are buying from you, Ha, my guy, you guys will shake hands like this. Ha, I don't come your shop today. I don't, can you what? And the person will buy and will say, my guy, I'll pay you tomorrow. Because they are buying from my guy. They're not buying from Chomi Enterprise. They're not buying from ABC Business or XYZ Enterprise. No. What you have to do from today is this. Find a way to take yourself out of that business. One, because when people want to interface with you, yes, you're the one they will call. You're the one they will meet. They will come to you and tell you, yes, I want to buy this, I want to get this, I want to do that. What you have to do is that, thank you very much, I've heard this. Simply go back. Now, it simply means you have to be multifaceted in your business. You yourself have to, there's a place you have to come into. You become your own marketer. There's a place you have to come into. You become your own salesperson. There's a place you have to come into. You become your own accountant. All right? You become your own cashier. So in that capacity, now what you have to do is that you go back. For me, as of 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I was the only one running my business. But the way it was packaged, if I tell you I and my team will think about it, you will really believe I and my team is thinking about it. But what happens is that in my domain, I have people at, for example, domain.com. I have invoice at domain.com. And then I have my name, favor at domain.com. All right. So if you're meeting me now and we are talking business, after we are done talking business, I'll go to sales at abc.com or invoice at abc.com. And I'll send you an invoice, because before I leave, I'll tell you, don't worry, sir, our accountant will send you an invoice. In that regard, you're already rating me in a way that, man, this guy have an accountant. If I not pay this thing, accountant will follow up on me. And truthfully, if you don't pay, accountant will follow up on you. But I am that same accountant that you discussed with, because you don't know who the accountant is. I do that so much so that you would think that there is a legal structure, there is a structure around my business. I do that. So before people think of owing you, they would know that they can't just owe you and go scot-free, because something somehow would follow up on them. So what I do is this, sir, this regarding the discussion you had with our CEO, Mr. Favor Emeli. I'm still the Favor Emeli. That was 9 years ago when I started my business. Regarding the invoice, regarding the discussion you had with our boss, Mr. Favor Emeli, I have been instructed to send you the following as your invoice. I will draft the invoice, send this, and that, and then I'll end it with, according to company policy, all payment is supposed to be made 100% upfront. But based on your relationship with the boss, Favor Emeli, I've been instructed to give you an 80%, a 20%, whatever discount you want to give you. And then another benefit is that we are also allowing you to make in 2 installments, with the first installment being 80% of the payment. So when you look at these things, you will feel like you're already getting lots of privileges and advantage. So if after all these things, remember, I have done my markup of my cost plus profits. Remember what I discussed before now? I call it the invoice cost profit markup. I've already done that markup, so that the 80% we are telling you to pay upfront, we've covered 100% of everything you want to cover. If at the end of the day you don't pay the 20%, we will not send you. But then we'll keep following up on you with the same email of accountant at, or invoice at, or sales at domain.com to keep following up on you till we make sure that that payment has been made. But now someone might be asking, what if in situations where on the extreme cases that payment was not made? What will I do? Now, this is it. On the extreme cases, when the payment that was supposed to be made is not made, what will you do? I usually do something. If it's business to business, as of then, I will go back to my domain, to my hosting, and generate another invoice and call it legal at domain.com. Are you seeing the tactics now? It has worked for me. It can work for you. Legal. When people see that email, legal department, and then the name of the thing will be legal department at company. Like, let's say we are using hair enterprise or cloth enterprise, legal department at hairenterprise.com. So that email is already hitting you. And with the automaton that it will come with the legal terminology, then we go online, you can always download. Then ChatGPT was not around. Okay, you go online, download a couple of legal documents for debt recovery. If you go on Google now and search it, legal document for debt recovery, you see a lot. We'll put those things section, this section, that section, this section, that, and we'll forward it to you from legal@domain.com. Now you go to tremble. Now you go come call us back and ask yourself, how do we pay? But now I don't do the legal anymore. I simply hire a lawyer, and lawyers know how they get paid. With the domerages, they will charge you later on, and you have to face the lawyer. It's not no matter the friendship we have. Once it reaches the debt part, no. So that is what you have to know about. So I don't know why we are still doing this. I would also want you to ask some couple of questions, because I understand, and that is where I'll draw the curtain for today. So because I actually want us to be finishing early, at least probably between 30 minutes, 40 minutes. We are done for each live so that people can also have what things they want to do. So the last point I want to talk to you about, but before then, I want to know, do you have questions to ask? Do you have other things you would want to ask or talk about? So for some standard business, this is what happens. I'm talking about this standard business because I have been in a business where the business cannot thrive. The business cannot thrive without debt. And I understand that very well. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. So what happened with that business is that then we are supplying a product to restaurants and hotels. And they always tell you, please bear with us. When customers make payments, we will pay you. So it became too much. When customers make payments, we pay you. It came to a point. Let's say we are running that business with about 100,000 naira. We discovered that we have the startup capital outside, another 100,000. So we had a credit line of over 100,000 again. So you're looking at your book. You've sold 200,000, but what you have at hand is 100,000. 100,000 is outside. 100,000 is inside. It came to a point. What was outside was about 200,000, and what was inside was less than 100,000. You're seeing your book. You're making sales, but then you look at the books. There's nothing to be compared about. There's nothing to be happy about, because most of your money is outside. I understand there are businesses like that. And in this one now, how did we solve that problem? Now, I'll bring you proper to something like an accounting principle that is called, there is this thing in account that is called account receivable and account payable. Account receivable and account payable. Now, what does it mean? Because when I'm writing business plans for big organizations, what happens with that is that when I'm writing business plan for big organizations, what happens is this. There is a section where you assume and you ask yourself, when this organization makes sales, how long does it take for the money to come? Now, for people who are into contract services, there are corporate organizations that when you enter to offer your service, they will tell you, we don't release payment till month end. And if you don't agree to that terms, you will not make sales. That's the truth. They will find another contractor that will accept that terms and offer the service. That is why sometimes people who are into contract, when they want to go broke, when they go broke, like they go broker than the broke, they might even come and be begging you for money. This is someone who has more than 500 million naira outside, but he doesn't have a single 5,000 naira to run for. Why? He's waiting for month end for his money to come in, because he offered the services to a company. Now, this is what happens with it. I'm bringing you to the terms of account receivables, remember, and accounts payable. So what happens with account receivable is that this accounting principle assumes that when you make payments, the money does not come immediately. Probably it comes within the same 30-day cycle. It comes within the same 60-day cycle. It comes within the same 90-day cycle. All right? So, and then it also talks about something called account payable. When you also get, or where you get to get your supplies, the people that supply you raw materials you use for your production, the client who offers you the product you are selling to people, how long do they allow you to hold their own product without paying? Now, the essence of this now is to make sure that the days of account payable and the days of account receivable is equal. Now, for me, who did a business that restaurants will owe you for more than 2 days, 10 days, 30 days? We solve that problem by making sure that the people we are also buying from will owe them for that equivalent amount of time. For example, I come to you and I sell to you, and I'm owing you. So I come to you and I sell to you, and you're owing me. I discovered that the average time you owe me is 10 days. So I start bidding with the people who supply those products to me. Please, can you be able to give me this product, and after 20 days, I'll pay? So it simply means that as I'm balancing off with you in that same amount, I'm also balancing off with them at that same amount. So 30-day cycle here and 30-day cycle there, and they cancel out, and they cancel out. And that is how it works with the account receivables and account payables. So while we are waiting on that, so I want to know if you have questions to ask, you can ask your questions, and we would look at it together. So if you have a question, you can post it on the comment section, and we'll talk about that. The things you will learn here, there is no other place you would learn it. So just stay here and learn it very well. It's very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Someone here with us, waiting for your comments. Say something so that we can. Okay. 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 So while we are still waiting for the questions, let's talk about this. There is a need for automation in every business. There's a need for automation in every business. What do I mean by automation? Whereby people don't have to interface with you. You buy a product, you pay there. If you don't pay, you cannot buy the product. It's called automation. I'll give you a perfect example of this automation. How many of us have bought a flight ticket on credit? Like, you go to the flight website, you buy a ticket there, and you tell them that you will pay later. Now, except that they introduced the pay small plan, all right? But aside that you didn't pay at all. And the fact is that once you make that booking, sometimes they will tell you the earliest time that if you don't make that payment, they will cancel your booking and give it to someone else. And sometimes within 1 hour and 23 hours, 59 minutes, they pass like that. So they've put a system in plan to make sure you don't owe them. And even when you pick the pay small, I think you must have to finish that payment before you fly. If you don't finish it, they'll sell your tickets. And for you to get that refund, sometimes you don't. You have to use that same refund to book ticket the next time. So that is the system. So let's say you have a system where people can pay for some products online, and they meet you because they know you. What you have to do is that you send them back to your website or send them the link to that product. Please, this is where you pay for the products, make payments. What if they don't do the payments? You can also abide by another strategy. For me, we started a studio sometime, I think that was sometime last year or early this year. And before we launched, I noticed that how can we be sure that we would always get clients? Because people can make a booking, and at the end of the day, they would likely not pay, and they would likely not show up on the day they booked that they want to use the studio. Now, what will you do in that regard? So what we did is that I called my developers, and I told them, this is what we have to do. Before people make a booking and before they submit their booking, let them pay. There's something called a commitment fee. Already, by commitment fee, they're already paying in advance. Okay? So the commitment fee might just be a small amount of money. It becomes another stream of or revenue stream. When you go to hospitals and they tell you have to pay to see a consultant, you have to pay for card, you have to renew your card, this and that. Whether you do that or not, it's just a simple avenue, and it doesn't contribute, or it doesn't add up to the money you would eventually pay for as your treatment or as drugs. Okay. Okay, we have a question here, but we'll still come to it. Let me finish this analogy. All right. So after you must have paid the consultant fee, which is sometimes for some places between 5,000 to 25,000. It's just for the consultant to ask you, how are you feeling, to listen to you. Did you say your eyes was paining you? Did the pain come down to your neck? Did it reach your face? How was it? And after all these things, okay, and after all these things, you will just have to pay 25,000. It's just a commitment fee, because once you step in there and pay that commitment fee, they believe that they've gotten you in the funnel, that you would eventually pay for the remaining. So we also adopted the same thing that was used in the hospital, that was used in other places. And we say, before people step in here, they should be able to pay the small commitment fee to book this date. And if they don't show up at that date at that time, that money is gone. Whatever new dates they choose, they have to pay another commitment fee to block that day. Because the moment you block that by 12 p.m., you're coming to use our space, and you don't show up by 12 p.m., it simply means that by blocking that 12 p.m., you've stopped someone else from using that 12 p.m., which is not fair on anybody. So we built that system in place to make sure that the moment you book up that space, you're going to use it. So systems and automation can actually help you. So for some people, there are businesses that, like a question here, it says, speaking of debts, what about businesses that others would agree to sell on credit if you don't? Now, the first thing is that you are not other people. And your business is very important to you, because you don't have the luxury, except you have the luxury of amount of money. Now, I'll use a place somewhere in Anambra, I think, on HR, building materials precisely. There was this man. He had a product, and he understood the seasonality of that product. When he imported that product, in fact, dollar became so high when he paid, and the product coming to his hands, dollar had dropped. So the price he placed his product, nobody was buying. The people who wanted to buy said, "Can we buy on credit?" And he said no. He knew that dollar would still rise. He was waiting for that period of time because of the instability of the market. I also want to say something. There are some unstable markets too. I'll come to that. Unstable markets that you have to be careful of. And I would explain what I mean by being careful of unstable markets. It's a gold mine, but you have to be careful of it. So this same man said something that I know dollar would have still increased, and he didn't mind. He packed it in his warehouse. But this can only happen when you have the luxury of cash to still be trading other products and other businesses, pending to when you get paid. Okay? So that being said, he was able to settle that. Other people were selling, and when his time came, he kept that product for more than 8 months. He was not perturbed because it was not perishable. But someone might ask, what if these products were perishable products and people are selling on credit? That becomes a different burden, because whether you sell or you don't sell, the products must perish. Now, what you have to do in this regards when it comes to perishable products is make people trust you, all right? And put a system around, like you can use an invoice, issue an invoice through an email. That is why I always say that for brick and mortar businesses, they don't have enough luxury to succeed. They don't have enough luxury to succeed for brick and mortar businesses. So you have to be very careful to rise above bricks and mortar business. Put a little structure around the business, and then you'll be able to scale it. So there's another question here. Someone is saying, okay, let's look at this question. So, as a businessman that have a shop and people always see you in that shop, how can you then separate buying from you and buying from your business, like you mentioned in one of your points? Okay. Now, this will lead me to talking about the kind of market I want to talk about. There are stable markets and there are unstable markets. When I say stable markets, there are markets where there are uniformity. Okay, the products are always looking alike. Let's say, for example, you're selling sardine, Titus sardine. Mrs. Ada is also selling Titus sardine. Okay, if you don't sell the same Titus sardine, it's the same price, everything is the same, this guy will sell. These are an example of stable markets. But there are unstable markets where you've been able to probably go to the factory, go to the production line, and tell them, this is how I want my products to be. You differentiate your product. I know someone I'll still use Onitsha too, because I grew up in Onitsha. This man sells these termite insecticide also. Every seasonal period, because he's the only person, he has his own differentiated products. And he's working. Every seasonal period, he adds 500 naira to it. Every seasonal period, he adds 500 naira to that product. Every seasonal period, that is how. So in 1 year, that product will change price more than 3 times. Easter, December, even Father's Day, he doesn't care. He controls the market as he wishes, because that is unstable market. He can enjoy monopoly. All right. So back to your question, where you say that people would not buy from, okay, people think because you're the one that's seeing, they will always believe they're buying from you, not from your business. Now, part of the things you might have to put in place is also there's something called structure too that you can also bring into that business that will help. So I don't know, for people on TikTok that are listening to me, you might not be seeing this question. So I would also advise you just move over to Facebook and drop your questions there, and it will be well attended to, perfectly fine without anything. So likewise, for people also on Instagram and X, please come over to YouTube and ask your questions. All right. So buying and selling is a different ball game, and I must admit it. And sometimes it's difficult. But there is a way you'd run a business that would make people want to pay for that business. Now, the moment you start giving out products on credit, let's take for example, you call me, sorry, you walk into my shop and you tell me, I'll bring customers for you, I will do this for you, I'll do that, and I will say yes, no problem, I'll sell on credit for you. There is a high likelihood that if I'm also referring someone, I will refer someone like me, who would also come to you and tell you I will refer someone, and then we'll buy on credit again and leave because they believe they are dealing with you. But let's take, for example, there are other people in that same market. What they have done successfully, the first time I saw that was among buyers and sellers, like this buying and selling was in Nnewi. During those days where they sell spare parts, the Kimco, Boa motorcycle spare parts, and the rest of that. I entered this shop. I discovered that when you buy something from the seller, you leave there and go to the cashier, different person, and make payments. Okay? After you make that payment, different person takes you to where you collect that product. Now, it makes it look like it's not just a one-man thing. The guy will be there in his office, and he doesn't care. So there's this structure that it gives. It gives a feeling that I might want to give you this thing, but then it has to be recorded in the sheets, and the sheets cannot be skipped. Just find a reason that makes logical sense. Please, we keep our accounts daily. Okay, you don't. There's something called accrual accounting by recording sales, not when they happen, but when you get payments. All right, this one they called also credit line or credit notes. It simply means that as you're making sales today, you're recording it today that sales has been made, even if payment was not made. All right. So you can tell them that for every day you try to close your stock, and once you cancel that, it cannot be made available again the next day. So they will see an authenticity and seriousness. The moment you say that, they might leave, let them leave. Yes, they will go somewhere else. And sometimes the painful part of it is that when you let them leave, they go somewhere else and they go there and pay cash. It's very painful. So it simply means that they are seeing you as someone they can make use of, or they can utilize your products and not get paid. It happens, especially when it comes to friends and families. And it's very painful. You see a friend who comes and he will price and price and price and price. And this same friend, you go to his own shop, and it's you cannot also price and price and price like that. He tells you his own price and he looks away. So these things matter a lot. So set that system. You can also make it that someone else is making the sales and someone else is collecting the payments. Okay? It's quite different. Or you tell them, please, once you make these payments, please send the invoice or send the transfer of receipt to somebody else, a WhatsApp number. But it is after they've made the payment, you can tell them that. So it gives them a perception that there is a salesperson who records this thing for me. And if you leave here now, it might not sound so good because that sales or that entry will not be made. All right. So it's the same thing. I don't know if this question was answered clearly. Okay, I want to assume it was answered clearly. And the answer is yes. Okay, so if there are more questions, please, we can also look into that and see how that works well for us. So in summary, what I'm trying to say is this, is that making sales doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to police people around. You just simply need to put system and structure in your business that would make things work out very fine for you. All right. So it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. So because when you learn about sales strategies that will help you earn money, you also have to start learning how to get your money up front. You also have to start learning how to organize your finance. You also have to start learning how to set things in order properly so that your money will not be leaking. Because one of the painful things is that you're making sales, and at the end of the day, you look at your account, you're not seeing the money. It's very painful. So go through the things I just talked about. watch the video over and over and again. I believe there are a couple of things you would have to learn in that process. So we'll call it a wrap for this night. If you have a further questions to ask, we'll attend to that. So please, again, I want to state something. If you look at the label for this video, you would see that we have a community, and almost every week, what we do with that community is that we send sometimes grant opportunities. Sometimes we'll send you educational stuff that will help you. We'll send you summary of today's class too as well. So if you're not in that class, you're missing a lot. So there are special things too that we might not be able to discuss openly like this that we also send in that community. All right. So it's a WhatsApp channel. So I would also want you, it's on the screen here. I would also want you to look at it. It's bit.ly/midweek.ms. It's called Midweek Money School, or just Midweek MS. Very important. Please click on it, join, and will be nice to have you. So bit.ly/midweekms. So thank you very much, and I wish you a wonderful time. Have a wonderful night and have an increase in sales. Shares to more sales, shares to profitable sales, shares to more money to your account. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful night.
That create generational transformation. I am reflecting prosperity in every area of my life. I am moving through life with abundance-driven confidence. I am harvesting the results of my disciplined decisions. I am rising into the fullness of my financial assignment. I am functioning in excellence that attracts wealth effortlessly. I am entering doors that wealth flows through. I am gifted with divine guidance for every money choice. I am releasing any pattern that hinders financial elevation. I am stepping into maturity that preserves prosperity. I am operating in the strength of divine favor. I am flourishing under the atmosphere of abundance. I am aligned with the rhythm of supernatural financial flow. I am confident in executing ideas that produce wealth. I am stepping into extraordinary prosperity. I am building systems that multiply income. I am stewarding opportunities that expand my resources. I am attracting connections that increase my financial influence. I am rising with the grace to dominate financially. I am creating wealth with confidence and wisdom. I am manifesting abundance by the way I think and act. I am becoming a financial force in my generation. I am harnessing divine intelligence for wealth mastery. I am embodying the mindset of a wealth builder. I am functioning in courage that leads to prosperity. I am walking boldly toward financial freedom. I am receiving divine strategies that shift my financial life. I am filled with strength to pursue wealth relentlessly. I am tapping into supernatural streams of income. I am prospering as doors open for me daily. I am rising with boldness to claim every financial promise. I am seeing abundance reflected in my results. I am advancing into financial breakthroughs with speed. I am managing resources with wisdom and precision. I am empowered to generate wealth with creativity. I am connected to opportunities that bring expansion. I am blessed with the fortitude to grow financially. I am prospering in both small and large decisions. I am experiencing peace that supports prosperity. I am blessed with clarity that guides every financial step. I am becoming a magnet for high-value opportunities. I am acting on divine instructions that increase my wealth. I am receiving overflow that eliminates every financial burden. I am living a life marked by prosperity and purpose. I am aligned with divine grace that accelerates wealth. I am seeing favor show up for me effortlessly. I am cultivating habits that create endless abundance. I am flourishing in my assignments with financial ease. I am rising above every challenge with financial wisdom. I am establishing a wealthy reality for my family. I am functioning in my divine authority over finances. I am increasing in financial creativity day by day. I am stepping into wealthy positions with confidence. I am breaking financial ceilings through divine revelation. I am rising into limitless abundance. I am attracting wealth through faith-filled decisions. I am developing mastery in managing prosperity. I am connected to divine networks that advance my finances. I am flourishing in divine timing and divine opportunities. I am receiving financial blessings that exceed expectations. I am prepared for the abundance assigned to my destiny. I am grounding myself in thoughts that attract wealth. I am achieving financial success with divine assistance. I am ushering in a new season of overflow. I am walking in the financial greatness God designed for me. I am embracing prosperity as part of my identity. I am generating wealth with excellence and humility. I am expanding my financial territory with purpose. I am richly supplied in every good thing I pursue. I am consistently increasing in wisdom and wealth. I am stepping into abundance-driven purpose. I am functioning at a higher level of financial grace. I am receiving favor that positions me for wealth. I am manifesting prosperity in all my endeavors. I am rising into the expression of financial dominion. I am empowered for wealth that brings peace. I am shifting into divine abundance as my lifestyle. I am prepared for financial favor that overtakes me. I am declaring prosperity and seeing it manifest. I am attracting money with integrity and purpose. I am operating with clarity that multiplies resources. I am flourishing in my financial responsibilities. I am stepping into the reality of abundance every day. I am celebrating wins that move me into higher prosperity. I am growing financially in wisdom and stature. I am functioning in creativity that attracts wealth. I am receiving overflow without struggle. I am walking into breakthroughs that shift my family line. I am unlocking wealth through intentional actions. I am stepping into my divine financial blueprint. I am becoming a creator of wealth solutions. I am aligned with supernatural streams of increase. I am attracting wealth because I think abundantly. I am empowered to prosper in every good work. I am becoming wealthy without anxiety or fear. I am divinely equipped to handle wealth with grace. I am expanding into greater levels of productivity. I am positioned to prosper regardless of the economy. I am breaking cycles that limit prosperity. I am functioning in overflow that touches others. I am aligning with decisions that elevate my finances. I am receiving supernatural ease in all financial matters. I am moving with confidence into